Hello everybody, my name is Wida Ningsih and I am from Smkn 1 Pasirkuda. Today, I'm going to be telling you a story entitled The Origin of Lake Soro. Do you want to know the story? Alright, here is the story. Once upon a time, in a quiet valley in Cianjur, surrounded by forests and tall cliffs, lived a girl named Kinara. She lived with her grandmother in a small hut at the edge of the village. Her grandmother was the only family she had. With passion and love, the grandmother taught Kinara how to plant crops, cook cassava, and live simply. When Kinara turned 15, her grandmother fell ill and passed away. Since then, Kinara lived alone. She survived by tending to the field her grandmother left behind, and collecting water and firewood from the forest. Despite her hardship, Kinara remained gentle and patient. But the villagers always looked at her with suspicion. She sent our pen, live near the forest. There must be something strange about her. They whispered. Kinara was avoided. Children ran away to play with her, and adults kept their distance. But Kinara never returned hatred with hatred. One day, she helped an old woman who had dropped her basket. Another time, she secretly left food for a hungry child. She kept doing good, even when no one appreciated her. One dry morning in the middle of the dry season, Kinara went into the forest to find firewood. Behind a bush, she heard a weak whimper. She approached it and found a small bird with bright green feathers lying helplessly. Its wing was broken. With compassion, Kinara lifted the bird and took it home. She cared for it every day, made a nest out of old cloth, fed it, and gently stroked its head while telling stories about her dreams. Several days later, the bird could fly again. Kinara opened the window and sighed. Fly, my little friend, I hope you find a better place. The bird flew high into the sky, then disappeared. That night, when Kinara returned from the field, she was surprised. Her shabby hut had turned into a beautiful wooden house, warm and fragrant with jasmine. There was food on the table, clean mat, and a soft blanket. But these miracles only raised suspicion among the villagers. Where did that nurse come from? Maybe she keeps a demon? She must be worshipping spirit. We have to do something before misfortune befalls us. Without letting her explain, they gathered guitar and stick, then attacked Kinara's house. They threw swords at the walls, broke the windows, and tore down the roof. Kinara could only stand in front of her home and crying. I don't know who gave me this house. It just turned beautiful all of a sudden. Suddenly, the sky darkened. Strong winds blew. In the sky, a green bird flew above Kinara's house. But this time, it began to transform. In front of everyone, the bird turned into a beautiful fairy. She wore a long emerald green gown with jasmine flowers flowing from her hair. Kirana helped me when I was helpless. The very voice was soft yet echoing. She has always been kind to you, even when you shined and hurt her, but you repaid her with hatred and envy. The villagers began to tremble. Some tried to run away. The very raised her hand, and the ground shook. From within the earth, where the gods died violently. And instead, the village was submerged. Houses, fields, everything disappeared. The villagers themselves changed. Their body strength turned scaly and silver gray, which just turned into sorrow peace, as punishment for their cruelty. Kirana House also disappeared. Kirana House was never seen again. But legend says Kinara didn't vanish. She became the guardian of the Serapis because her kind heart didn't want them to be alone. She now lives at the bottom of the lake, keeping the weather and all its creatures in peace. The place is now known as Lake Soro. And if you ever visit, especially at sunrise, you might see the weather glowing green, as if reflecting the cliffs. But the elders believe it's not just a reflection. It's the gown of the green fairy, still waiting over the place. Come to Lake Soro with a pure heart, because it's only welcome those who carry sincerity, just like Kinara. Okay, that's all my story. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoy it and have a nice day. Bye!